wait to talk about some NFL stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Alo. What's up, man?
What's
You
up,
cut the
guys? How's
hair,
it
got a
going?
fresh cut there, Alo. Looking
Yeah,
good,
I got
man.
a
Looking
fresh
good.
cut. Thanks, man. I
Nice,
appreciate it. Thank you.
nice. You enjoying some football today? I'm gonna say just college. We had some NFL action. We got the Bears and
Yeah,
the Packers on right now, and yeah, I can't wait to watch the
yeah.
end of that game here after the show.
It was tough because Jordan Love went down with the concussion with the nasty,
Ooh,
dirty hit. Yeah.
jeez. Okay,
So
so
he's
not
out for
great.
the game, I'm pretty sure.
Not great.
That kind of seems to happen when those two come together.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, if they haven't ripped a helmet off yet, then they got nothing on the NFC East. Okay, so and the AFC North. So these rivalries,
Yeah.
somebody's got to. All right, let's. Yeah, I don't have the stats from the A team last week.
Yeah.
Any hunch on how the guys do last week? Let me see what was our players. We had Shedeur and Fannin. I think the Browns kind of had
Yeah.
a down week, but
Yeah, they did.
Diggs and Robinson probably did all right for us.
Yeah, they did okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so who do you
Go
got for
Bills.
us? Who do
All right. So at number 5, um, this is really because of injury. So the backfield is kind of down for the Cardinals. So Michael Carter is expected to be running back 1. He'll be running back 1 for the Cardinals. The other backs, like I said, are injured. This gives him an opportunity to get a lot of touches. Also, with that being said, they play the Falcons, who rank 18 against the run. So I expect Carter to have a big game. He could be like a big league winner for everybody that's in their playoffs. I know it's like probably semifinals for a lot of 12 teams right now. So number 4, I have Dalton Schultz. He's actually ranked tight end 9 right now. So he's a top 10 tight end this year. He has a favorable matchup. He's playing the Raiders. And CJ Stroud is playing better as well. He's been more consistent. And Nico Collins is a big target for CJ, but I think Dalton Schultz is as well. So look for him to feed in the middle of the field. What do you think of those two, Booker?
Well, I love the Dalton Schultz pick. Personally, I would be playing anyone who is playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. As far as Michael Carter
True.
goes,
It's
um,
true.
yeah, he's been on the field 80% of snaps. He's a
Yeah.
great PPR option because he's been used as a receiver as well. So I like that. I like that pick as well. Nice work.
Yeah. And then for number 3, I think Brock Purdy has bounced back. I think he's looked better. I know he had the toe turf. He looks like a top 10 quarterback again. So with number 3 being said, I think it's Jawan Jennings. He's automatically wide receiver 1 now. Kittle is going to get a lot of the attention, so I see Kittle eating, especially against the Saints. I mean, they rank 29th against wide receivers. Look for him to be a key part in the 49ers win and a big league winner this week, which is really important. Like I said before, it's fantasy football playoffs. And then number 2, Bo Nix has been more consistent, but honestly, the whole time, Cortland Sutton has been productive. I mean, he gets his targets for the most part. He has a favorable matchup against the Jags, who rank 20 against wide receivers. And anytime Bo Nix plays like not the best defense, he does do pretty well. And honestly, the Jaguars defense is mid. Look for Sun to continue producing, and he could be a potential big league winner for a lot of teams out there that have him. So make sure you start him. And then at number 1, old grandpa Kirk Cousins. He plays the Cardinals. It's a good matchup, which Kirk is coming off a strong game. Um, and he will most likely have all his weapons available. This is a key part. Drake London is mostly returning. Um, I believe the Falcons actually beat the Cardinals because Kirk has his best game of the season and he distributes the ball well and it allows the offense to flow. I think he gets it to Pitts, I think he gets it to Mooney, and I think he gets it to Drake London. And most importantly, Bijan runs it at the end. So I look for Kirk having his best game of the year. So what do you think of those 3, Kevin?
Yeah, I like those three.
I
Jawan
like
Jennings
him.
is always they're solid, man. Jawan Jennings is always tricky. I do those like sit start questions on Sunday mornings, and
Yeah.
People always asking about him because he's got like 2 or 3 40-point nuclear weeks in his
Yeah.
arsenal, but every other week is not so great, and I don't
True.
know, but he's just I always have a tough time reading, like, how good is he going to be, but then someone like
Mhm.
Courtland Sutton, it's like, why not this isn't a shot at you, but it's like, when
Yeah.
people ask, "Hey, should I start Courtland Sutton?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, start Courtland Sutton," like, even if he's had
Yeah.
a down week, like, you gotta trust your studs, especially in money time, and then money time, I mean, Kirk Cousins looking for a new contract, I mean, that doesn't get much more than,
No,
much more safe than
100%.
that, so I heard something this week of is it the Falcons are considering starting Kirk next year or something if Penix isn't back? So I thought that was interesting. I'm like, huh, what does that mean about Penix? And just I thought that was very
Oh,
interesting where I thought both sides had kind of like, all
yeah.
right, this is the end of a failed experiment, but interesting stuff there for sure.
I think it just for Penix, it just sucks because when he was in there, for the most part, he was productive. But the problem is he's had like 4 knee surgeries. It's like,
Yeah,
it's kind of tough at that point.
yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into our NFL stuff. I think Tyler's here, maybe. He's nearby. I don't know if we'll
There
get
we go. There we
there
go.
he
Sorry, I
is.
forgot to turn it back on,
There we go. All right.
but I'm here.
He
Gang's
made
all
it.
here. So I didn't get our standings updated from last week, but I'm gonna go ahead and say we all went 6-0, right?
I think we did.
There we go. That's what we got. So let's start out here. We've got the Bills and the Browns, and this has just been an interesting year for both of these teams in Cleveland. Shedor's kind of looked up and down. I believe he's starting in this game. What stood out
Yeah.
to me was Buffalo at a 10.5 line on the road against a good defense. Something is, as Tyler likes to say, something seems up with that. But Tyler, why don't you get us started and see who you taking, Buffalo or Cleveland in this game, 10.5?
The line threw me off as well. I mean, I get it. Buffalo is in that race still. They're looking for a playoff push, trying to get hot at the right time. But then the Browns still have such good defense. I think a little bit of the shine came off Sanders, and so maybe that's why they're spreading it out so far. But I still just don't trust it with how stingy that defense is and how the Bills have been up and down. I hate to do it to you, Booker, but yeah, give me the Browns to cover in this one. Bills definitely get the win though.
Okay. Good.
Halo, who you liking this one?
Yeah, I love the Browns defense. I hope Miles Garrett gets the sack leading for all time in a season. I'm sorry, but I'm taking the Bills. Josh Allen, just got off of beating Drake May, which was a big MVP contender. So I mean, they beat a very good team, and the Browns are not a good team. So I don't see the Bills defense struggling against the Browns offense. And I see Josh Allen running all over them and throwing all over them with no problem, to be honest. So give me the Bills.
Booker showed up ready for this pick right here,
Yeah.
but who you taking, or give us your reason why you're taking the Bills.
I'm just really confused, guys. I don't know what to do here. No, the Bills are just a superior team all around. The Browns are struggling offensively. The Buffalo Bills are also healthier overall because compared to the Browns. The Browns O line is pretty beat up. I know that line is pretty insane, but the Buffalo Bills are in prime time right now. They're making their push. They're gonna keep their foot on the gas all the way through. And so if they have to blow them out by 40 points, they're going to do it if they can. So give me the Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills as well. It's a huge number, but I think the Bills are just they're peaking at the right time, and if not this year, then when the AFC looks gettable, and I think this could be the Bills' year to get to the Super Bowl and go on a run here. And I'd hate to see Buffalo as a wild card team against a division winner like the Jags or somebody like that. So yeah, give me the Bills in this game. Let's just throw this up here again. Our show is brought to you by Rice Krispie Treats tonight. Snap,
Curtis Knight.
crackle, and pop. My apologies on any of the crackling and the audio. We'll get that fixed by next week. I will say it's probably been worse at some point. So this is better, Curtis, than it has been. No, we're fighting between Safari and Google Chrome. camera, audio. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. So, all right. In this one, Alo, why don't you kick us off on this one? Alo, who are you taking?
Oh,
this
my
one?
fault. I couldn't hear you. It was
Yeah,
was
it
pause.
cut out there right after we made that comment about it's been worse. Everything
got
cut
Yeah.
worse.
out. So
It got
that's
worse.
kind of par for the course for
Tell me the
us.
teams
Excellent.
again, because once you said it didn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear who you said.
I got you. We've got Buccaneers versus
Oh,
Panthers. In
yeah.
Carolina, Bucks are favored by 3. Who we taking?
This one's tough because the Bucks are banged up. I just don't honestly. I don't trust Bryce Young. I really don't. Yeah, he'll win some games. Like he'll beat the Packers and the Rams, and then go off and lose to teams he shouldn't be losing to. So yeah, give me the Bucks. I think Baker Mayfield's just the overall better quarterback. I think he leads the Bucks to a win, and I think they win by like I'm gonna say it's a close game, but I say he pulls it off by 4 points or more. So give me the Bucks.
Booker, who you taking?
I'm going to be a bit of a wild man here. Give me Carolina. Tampa's defense seems to be collapsing. Panthers are running the ball well, and against the spread, they actually have the better record. And so, give me the Panthers here.
No. It's Panthers. You're taking the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Bucks, but this one has me nervous. I feel like the Buccaneers should be a better team on their record. They've been just decimated with injuries all year. I think they're getting healthy-ish at the right time, but I'm hoping there's enough runway left in the season to maybe make a run. If not, I mean, again, this is for the reward of winning this game means you get the Rams or the Seahawks in the first round. So, it might be a better thing to get the head start on Cancun this year. So, but give me the Bucks this week. Tyler, who you taking?
I think the Bucks get the win, but I do think the Panthers find a way to keep it close. These games, it'll probably get a little bit murky there in the trenches, and I just think it ends up being pretty close. But the Bucks still pull it out; they're still sneaking out wins. It'll just probably be less than a field goal.
Yeah. And if a helmet's not taken off, then does this game actually count? So, all right. Next up, we have Jaguars and Broncos. My question for you guys, Jaguars, Broncos, is it me? And I know, thanks, Crew Talk, for reposting this stream. If you guys are listening, is it just me, or does it seem like Broncos have had like 15 home games this year? Like every week we come on here and say, yeah, Broncos at home yet again. I feel like they've played so many home games this year, but who we liking this week? This is a big game fighting with the um, New England for first place in the AFC. Who do we think wins this week? Booker, why don't you take it?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and Jacksonville is scorching hot right now. So I know that the Denver Broncos are a much better team than they've been for the past few years here, and Bo Nix has them humming. But the Jaguars are doing work, and it's possible that I'm reading something here that the Broncos elite pass rush, but it's possible that they rest some of their defenders. I don't know if that's actually accurate or not, but I'm reading that here. And the Jags are better against the spread. So give me the Jags here, especially with the way T-Law's been performing.
Tyler?
This might be just the desperation pick in me for my beloved Colts, just needing some type of lifeline to keep that prayer alive with Grandpa Phil. But give me the Broncos in this one. As much as I've taken my swings at them and tried to pick against them, they just continue to get it done. So I'm gonna switch up, and I'm gonna say the Broncos get the win here and cover.
Alo?
Yeah, I don't trust T Loss, and especially against probably the number one. We could go with them Seahawks or the Texans, but or even the Rams, but I would say the Broncos have the number one defense in the league, and I don't see T Law doing work against him. He did have a great game last week, but it's different. The defense is different on the Broncos. Bo Nix has been playing better too. I think having Harvey, it's sad that Dobbins went down, but Harvey's electric, so it gives them a spark. So yeah, give me the Broncos because the Jaguars defense is not good either. That's the problem too.
Yeah.
And Moo Breezy also confirms that the Broncos are gonna take this one. So shout out to Moo Breezy.
And my thought with the Broncos and the Patriots this year, they're on these ridiculous win streaks in the NFL. At what point do they have a little bit of, or do they just keep winning? I mean, it's gonna be tricky. It's crazy. We're gonna get to Baltimore being favored over the Patriots, but that's kind of crazy. I'm curious if this could be a slip up for Broncos. It does say 60 degrees, Mile High on Sunday. That's kind of interesting. I mean,
Wow,
nice
it's
and
beautiful.
comfortable. Nice and comfortable for the Jaguars. If this was like a snow game, I'd be like, all right, give me Denver all day. I think Denver wins, but I'm going to go with sort of what Tyler said on that last game. I think Jaguars keep it close. They can run the ball a little bit better this year. I think they keep it close and lose by less than 3.5 points in this game. So, all right, let's move along here. We have Steelers versus Lions. Both of these teams are fighting for their playoff lives and a division title. Kind of crazy that um, the Lions are favored by 7 points when it seems like Pittsburgh's a good team. And I mean, I feel like we've all kind of gone up and down on Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh, like who are the real Pittsburgh Steelers, but 7 points feels like a lot for a Pittsburgh Steelers team that typically will play teams close. So I'm going to take the Steelers on this one. I'll start us. I think they keep it closer than 7, and I could even see them, running into Detroit. Aaron Rodgers, the old NFC North. I think this is the type of game he gets up for. He really wants to show out on. So give me the Steelers to cover the 7 and probably sneak out a little win here. So Booker, what do you think?
Give me the Lions. It looks like TJ Watt, he suffered from a partially collapsed lung or a collapsed lung. So I think the Lions bounce back. I know they've had some tough games here where they've not been able to pull out the win, but Pittsburgh has been getting hot. I just can't put my money on them. So give me the Lions at that spread.
Yeah. Tyler, who you liking?
Yeah, I'm with Booker on this one. I think the Lions come out with wanting to show something, just shut down Rodgers. It's not like they forgot about him. And it's been a few years, but the Lions haven't forgot who he is and what he did in that division for so long. So I think they would love to be one of the nails in the coffin, and I think they come out here to blow the doors off the Steelers, and they do it.
Yeah, interesting. Alo?
Yeah, I'm with Booker and Tyler on this one as well. I think the Lions offense is just too good. And the Steelers, like Booker made a good point. TJ Watt's out with the lung issue. So yeah, I got the Lions winning by comfortably just because with Say Brown, I think this other week now, I mean, he had like 41 points in fantasy last week. He went ham, but now I feel like his ankle's better. So I got the Lions.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right, let's move along here. So Sunday night football, we have Patriots, Ravens, Baltimore favored by 3 at home, but it's crazy. I mean, when you see an 11-3 Patriots team, 6-0 on the road, but something's got to give, right? I was reading on X earlier today of like, this is a desperate game for the Ravens, you know. But when you look at the metrics, when you look at the teams, if this was a blind resume, you would think, okay, Patriots have this all day. Vegas is saying, hey, Baltimore's favored by 3. Booker, who you taking on this one?
Give me the Patriots. They had a tough loss against, gosh, I think maybe the best team in the NFL last week. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think they bounce back. The Ravens, with Lamar Jackson have gotten better and they're playing better, but the Patriots are just too good. Give me the Pats here.
Yeah. Tyler?
Quick little sidebar. Chicago just forced a fumble on the goal line.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bears got a chance to drive it down now. So anyways, back to what we were talking about. I'm also shocked that the Patriots aren't actually favored here. But I'm going to go back to an earlier year theory I had. I'm just going to look at the QBs here. This could be a big moment for Drake May. But I think Jackson being the elder statesman, the proven MVP winner, I think that's what they're leaning towards. And I'm going to hop on the bandwagon too and just go with the Ravens. I just think I'm going to look at the 2 QBs. I think the defenses can both give each team some trouble, but so at the end, give me Jackson over May, and they cover and win.
There we go. Halo.
Yeah, give me the I'm taking the Patriots. I know they came off a tough loss last week. They were up. They should have won that game. I think Drake May and the Patriots bounce back. I think Henderson has I mean, I wouldn't even put in their backup anymore. I mean, he's proven that he's RB1. He's really, really good. I have the Patriots winning. Lamar, honestly, the Ravens kind of surprised me. Luckily that the Steelers, and Aaron Rodgers have been struggling too, because honestly, they shouldn't even be winning that division. I mean, they haven't like Lamar has kind of surprised me by not playing well. And the division is awful. So yeah, give me the Patriots. I actually think the Steelers win the division, sadly.
Yeah. I don't want to pick the Patriots. Like I really want to believe Baltimore is going to win this game. But to me, and maybe it's because I have kids and I'm outnumbered by kids most days, but this is the scene in cars where like the Gen 2 car just is much faster. And Trevion Henderson last week on a busted play
Damn.
takes it for 60 yards. I'm like, and Drake May running down the field blocking for him. Like, it's sad for Baltimore because I'm like, hey, this was a year where it was ripe for the taking and they've kind of fallen apart. How many more years are they going to get out of King Henry? Are they going to
Yeah.
have to tear it down a little bit there in Baltimore? I don't know. I mean, yes, they have the former MVP. It's hard to bet against Lamar Jackson. He is that good. I think he's still a top 5 quarterback in the league, easy. But New England, they're just, yeah, I don't know. They're playing well on the road. The coaching, I got to take the Patriots to at least keep it close. And I just think the Patriots win this game. I think they are the Gen 2 team, and hopefully Lamar gets a ring, but I'm not so sure. So, you know. All right, our last game, Old Man Rivers, Tyler. He couldn't get it done last week, but we were cheered for him to get it done against the Seahawks. Did not work out so well. This week we've got the 49ers, San Fran favored by 5.5 on the road, Monday Night Football. Why don't you get us going, Tyler, on why Old Man Rivers with an extra week of practice off the high school field, why is he going to get it done this week?
Yet again, take no rational advice from what I'm about to give you. However, that being said, they did cover. They did cover that spread. So that was accurate. It was a great game plan. The thing is, I honestly think defenses aren't used to playing. I think that narrative is correct, that Old Man Rivers and his knowledge of the game and being able to figure out defenses and get it into the right play. Defenses aren't used to that. They're also not used to how his ball flutters in the air and takes longer to get there than normal. So that also plays directly into our hands. No, that being said, yeah, you know what? Give me the Colts again. He had 3 days to get ready with that team, and they took probably one of the best teams in the NFL down to the wire. The roster as a whole, the team as a whole, went down to the wire with the Rams, and we just saw that incredible game that happened on Thursday. So why not give them one more shot to at the minimum keep it close? But I'm taking them again to win. I think they're just going to sneak up on him yet again. He's going to get him in the right plays. It's not going to be anything pretty, but it's going to be enough to get the job done.
Halo?
Yeah, give me the 49ers. Sorry, Tyler. Brock Purdy's been playing well. I honestly think that Daniel Jones was a big spark. I mean, honestly, the big thing about him too is the way the team was talking about him, like Jonathan Taylor and everyone. It spoke volume to him as at least a leader. But once he went down, I think it was kind of like a blow to the whole team. Yeah, Philip Rivers, I'm glad he didn't die against the Seahawks. But now that, come on, we know he gained like 20 pounds. I get it. He was in retirement enjoying his life. But yeah, give me the 49ers. I think CMC and Purdy, I think CMC runs all over them, and I think CMC has Purdy has a good game too. So
The 5.5. They
sorry.
cut. I don't remember what. Do you remember what that spread was last week, Tyler, against the Seahawks? Was it more than 5.5? Was it
13 and
like
a half.
6 and
Yeah, it was like
13 and a half.
13
Okay,
and a half.
that's a big
13
old.
and a half. Yeah,
That's a
I
big
mean,
old
it's
number.
come down
That's
quite a bit.
Oh man. See, my thought is that they ran the ball 30 times last week if you count the 1 for 0 from Philip Rivers. And I agree with you. People complaining about his arm strength where he's always thrown the ball like just awkward looking throw. And I think people are quickly to say, hey, he's an old man, he can't throw. But I think it just looks weird. And people are like, oh, that's
Yeah.
because he's old and not as strong. I think that's kind of been his shtick, like his whole career, his whole Hall of Fame career that he just reset the clock on. But give me the Colts covering this one. I'm drinking the Indiana Kool-Aid, and I think with an extra time to prepare, I want to see them run the ball a little bit more. 27 carries for Jonathan Taylor or 25 carries for Jonathan Taylor. Like, let's push that up a little bit. Let's get 30, 32. Give a couple more dump offs to Abdullah.
Yeah.
Give me the Colts to cover this one. I gotta think he's going to get at least one win in this comeback tour. The problem is your final stretch of games is brutal. So I think this one is gettable. I'm not sure if they're going to pull out the winner or not, but I think they cover the 5.5. Booker, what do you think?
I made a terrible mistake last week of not only picking against the Colts, but absolutely ridiculing Phillip Rivers for his age and physical appearance. And I'm not going to make that same mistake. I think that he is a game manager, as Tyler said. The man knows the game inside and outside. He knows how to read defenses. He knows when to get rid of the ball. He's got weapons around him, not to mention JT in the back. I'm not impressed overly with San Francisco. I never really truly have been. Even when they went to the Super Bowl, I was like, this is kind of a boring team. So give me the Colts to cover. I don't know that they win, but I am going to pick the Colts to cover, even if Phillip Rivers is sitting in an office chair behind the center and taking snaps from his lazy boy.
Yeah. There we go.